Hello, my Drewbies! Welcome to the second episode of Drew's News.
Oh, yeah.
We are the Taste of Dragons gaming podcast, and we are playing through all of Nancy Drew Midnight in Salem, the video game. And we're going to go ahead and tell you our impressions of this episode. But first, let's go over what happened in the last episode.
Yeah.
We met Nancy Drew.
We did.
Yeah.
In Austria.
In Austria.
She was looking for the Book of Apologies, which is to house apologies towards a witch hunt, so to speak.
Yeah.
And before she could get her hands on it, a ninja stole it and disappeared in a puff of smoke.
Puff of smoke.
The only lead she could find is a torn piece of a airline ticket
Yep.
to Boston,
Yeah.
which... Guess what? Salem is in Boston.
Salem is in Boston.
I see it now. So she went to Salem with her friend Deidre, and is just trying to put together not just who took the book, but also there was a strange arson in town.
Yeah.
And trying to figure out who burned this house down.
Yeah.
So we left last time just kind of meeting the characters. Some suspicions were made about a lady that was in the very beginning of the game.
Yeah.
And about a character named May.
Yeah.
Who has fiery pants, so obviously she's an arsonist.
Didn't burn the house down.
So she thinks.
He's witchist.
And so the last we left off, we were looking at a kitchen table.
Yeah.
Trying to decide what to do next.
Yeah. So where we left off, yeah. So we talked to her, and she explained a little bit more about what's going on. Not too much more, though. She's just filling in a little bit of blanks, and she's like, hey, what do you guys want to do now?
Vases.
Oh my goodness.
Call May. We love May.
She's in the other room.
Come on, pick up.
Sorry to break it to you, but I'm ghosting you. Try again later. Or don't.
At least she's honest.
Never call her again. Yeah.
Deirdre's face it made sense. Why are you calling her from this room?
She looked very sharply at us.
This is that lady that's clearly the bad guy.
Oh, clearly the villain. I mean, her icon is a tower.
They call Dad.
Nance, I was just thinking about
I was
you.
thinking of you too,
How's
Dad.
the investigation going? Any new leads?
No.
Hey, Dad. I feel like I'm making headway.
Nah, be honest.
No stone unturned?
Did you go talk to May?
I did talk to May afterwards.
Okay.
And she was just like, no.
That's very realistic. It was like, hey man, no!
No. I don't want
kept
to talk
clicking
to
on
you.
her to try and see if she would say
Did
something.
you?
And she was just like, I don't want to talk to you right now. And then I click on her again, and she would just say, I don't want to talk to you right now. I'm like, well, you're still talking to me. But keep clicking you.
Did you guys did you guys go to the bookcase and get a can of Rust Be Gone?
Rust
Yes.
Be Gone.
Yeah.
Yes, we did.
Okay. I think that's the only thing I found in that house.
Did you find the picture?
Yes, I found the picture. Yeah, you're right. I also did
So
find the picture.
how many vases does this house have?
Oh my god!
Like every windowsill had a vase.
It does. Did you click on all the candles?
No.
There's candles.
Yeah.
Like candles on like plates or whatever.
Although I did just get something for the candle.
Huh.
Huh?
It's a candle. You know what that
White
is.
candles.
Uh-huh.
And you click on it, it just goes, huh?
Oh, I
Oh,
did do
I
that.
did that.
Yeah.
There's candles all over that house.
So does
And
Nancy
then
Drew?
she just goes, huh?
So does Nancy Drew just not understand candles?
This is a video game and you don't need that yet.
That's
so,
exactly what it is. And so even when you go out into town, those exact same candles are throughout the town
Really?
as well. And the exact same thing, you click on it. Huh?
I like the idea that she just doesn't understand candles.
Right? She's like,
like,
I have electricity.
Turn on the light.
Yeah, it's
I don't-
flashlights.
What is this?
What are these
wax?
wax sticks for?
Yeah.
Get it.
It's weird.
We went upstairs and poked around at the rooms.
Yeah.
I did notice something else weird about the rooms. Every room has 2 light switches outside of the room.
Yeah, you're
Yeah.
right.
And then I was like, oh, that's weird. Like, to switch on the room, you have to be on the outside. So if someone's on the outside, they can, like, turn the lights off in your room.
Yeah.
But then, if you go inside the rooms, there's more light switches for your room.
Yeah.
Why are there so many light switches?
It's because they're old homes and they were made in the 1800s because they're in Salem and the electricity is, what's the word? Bad.
That's why you have
Bad.
candles. Nancy.
Yeah.
Nancy.
Mystery solved.
You know what else was weird though? So if you look down when you first walk up the stairs and you're looking out the window, it is windy as all hell out there.
Yeah.
And then you turn the corner and nothing. And then you turn back, windy.
Mysteries abound.
And you can't even go down that hall. It doesn't allow you to do it. So I was like, oh, because it's so windy.
We tried to break into their post because the flag was up, so they were clearly mailing a letter, but they wouldn't let us get in the mailbox.
Oh, you mean when you got outside?
Yeah, when we got outside.
Gotcha. Oh, well,
Yeah.
before we got outside, in one of the rooms we found a picture of like 3 teenagers, and it just had written Coven on the bottom of it. So.
One of them was May.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
And is Deidre friends with May? No, there's someone else.
No,
There's
Deidre is May's cousin.
Yeah.
Who was the other person? The other brunette in the house? Or was
Tegan?
it Tegan?
Tegan,
So
yeah,
one of them's probably Tegan.
No, I don't think Tegan
No?
was
No, because I think
Tegan.
Tegan's her mom.
No,
Tegan's not her
Tegan
mom.
is her sister.
Sister, there
Both
we go,
their
yeah.
parents are in Africa.
That's right, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so it could be, but like, what's up with people not writing on the back of their photographs anymore?
Right, you can turn them around.
You can turn them
But then
around.
nothing. So disappointing.
They give you the option to rotate everything, and I have not found a single thing by rotating things yet.
They're lulling you into a false sense of security.
I agree.
Yeah, you still have to turn them over.
Yeah.
You never
Yeah,
know.
you never know.
We left the house.
Right.
Deidre wouldn't let us drive.
No.
We tried to convince her. Not having it.
Oh, also, we tried to walk down the neighborhood, and we couldn't get very far. It stopped.
Yeah.
And then I was like, all right, well, I guess we'll go back to the car. I turn around, and boom, there's Deidre in my face.
We did the same thing.
Yeah.
Because I got
Oh, Jesus.
Where did
Okay.
you come from? Oh my god.
That was really creepy.
You've been standing back there this
Hey.
whole time?
Huh.
I think we should head right for the judge.
because I got outside the house. I was like, you know what? I don't know if I want to be out here. So I did the turn back option. I was like, oh my god.
Oh, goodness.
Oh my god. Why are you behind me?
You are quiet. You've got the silent step.
In case you're wondering, that was the next 15 minutes for me because she was always directly behind you. And every single time, I'm just like, all right, I'll just get down.
She's like the ghost lady from PT.
Yeah.
Always behind you.
Even when you go into town, she's like right there.
Yeah.
Whoa, personal space, Deidre.
Yeah.
Come
No,
on.
she don't get it. She don't get
None.
it.
So yeah, we got in the car, drove on through to the square where there was a happening,
There was a happening.
and then I had to sequester some dogs.
By now, you know the story of the witches of Salem. Those poor souls were caught in a time of fear and greed, and they paid the price.
It's the most costume
They
witch
may have
costume.
died,
Oh, yeah.
but the witches
Yeah, so you get
I
to
don't know
the
what
town
happened.
square, and there's the lady there preaching, but she's not really. She's just talking about her tour.
Yeah.
About witches and stuff like
Witches
that.
are real.
She's like, oh, the coven's really real. And if you want to find out more, take my tour. And then this is going on.
7 years ago, a coven of witches moved into Salem,
Yes.
and they rose the dead. And now there are ghost sightings.
I love it.
But she says it in the way that makes her the worst.
The worst.
She's the absolute
Why?
worst.
Like it's smug?
No, like, you know when you meet someone and they're the worst? She's the worst.
She
Oh,
is
now
the
I
worst.
get it.
Yeah, she's just like, witches are real, but not the old, the old ugly crones. And I was like, I don't know, I'm looking at one right now.
And that's a Nancy fact.
Nancy Fact.
I don't know if she's old. I don't know if it's the character model, because I feel like the character model makes her look older.
Yes, I don't
but
think
she's
she
very
is.
good friends with Tegan, and Tegan's not that much older. So I don't know if just like she's got like white streaks, but I don't know if they're supposed to look like trendy white, or if it's like she's supposed to have like I couldn't tell. I couldn't like place her age.
Yeah, I feel like she's in her like mid 30s or 40s. Like I think that's where she's at. But like, yeah, the character model absolutely makes her look like that.
Yeah, I don't want to judge. I was like, maybe Tegan has an older friend, which is completely fine.
Fine.
But then, like, but maybe also she's 30, and the model just makes her look older, which is also fine. Or maybe she's 30 and she just looks older, also which is fine.
Yeah,
But I can't tell which one because of the character model.
And then speaking of which, did you guys look at the fireplace? There's pictures on top of the fireplace inside the house. They're real pictures.
That
though.
was so weird.
I didn't see that.
That was so weird. Yeah,
They didn't render characters. They're just actual
They're
pictures.
actual pictures.
Cute.
So I couldn't tell, like, if May's supposed to be in a picture, there would be an actress playing her instead of being her, but the character models don't look realistic enough.
No.
Yeah.
So I can't tell who those people are in that picture.
Okay.
Yeah, it was weird. I really wish they would have just rendered something.
Yeah.
Like, just set them up and be like, all right, screenshots, and then put that in there. Because, yeah, I agree. Because I was like, I don't know which one's May. Because none of these people look like Sims 3 characters, so whatever.
But you can ask the lady in the square about her fight with Tegan, and she's just like, there wasn't a fight, we just don't really talk anymore, we grow apart.
Yeah.
And then she tries to get you going the tour, and she used a smoke effect in her show that looks a lot like the ninja smoke bomb.
It does.
So you're like, hey, can you teach me about a smoke effect? And she's like, only if you take my tour.
Yeah, she's just trying to sell you on this damn tour.
Yeah.
So
It seems like it would be fun.
perpetrator could have some type of affiliation with this witch lady.
Right.
Correct. It could.
Or they could have went on the tour and learned how to make the smoke bomb.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So then you talk to her. You can actually go walk around as well. Like I walked over to to one of the shops that was closed, but then I talked to the people and they're like, "Oh man, I really wanted to go into this shop. That's okay. We should just go back to whatever it is." And it's just they're kind of talking about what's going on. It's like, oh, that's weird. Whatever. Oh, hey, look, here's another candle that you don't know what a candle is. All right, that's fine. So you turn around. Yeah, I turned around, then you could actually talk to one of the protesters. Did you talk to the one protester guy?
Yeah.
How come as soon as you turn to him, you're like, hey, what does AW stand for? It's like, how does he know?
Right, that's a weird. Well, the signs do say AW on them.
Oh, do they? Okay,
Yeah.
cool. I didn't notice that. Okay.
But it's weird. She comments about things when she sees them.
Yes.
So when you click the protester, she doesn't comment about the AW sign.
Didn't.
And the protesters have a bunch of different signs. So it's just like, oh, I didn't notice that one in particular at first.
Yeah.
So it was weird that she asked that question, but
All
she
right.
never commented on the thing. It was
That makes sense because I was wondering. I was like, how does she know to ask a random dude?
right. He doesn't have an AW jacket on or something.
Yeah.
Excuse me? Why would he know what AW stands for? I don't know, let's find out.
AW.
Talk to the protester. He's like, oh, AW stands for accused witches.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
So
Not what I would have thought.
yeah.
No.
And the protesters are protesting
Maybe
because,
angry witches.
Yeah, well, I mean, they're protesting because they want the Hawthorne house.
The one that burned down?
Yeah, the one that burned down.
No, it's only half burned down. It has fire damage, but it's still structurally intact.
Still structurally intact,
Okay.
and the land around it as well.
Okay.
So they have a claim to it. It seems like because it's basically, I think they even say it's reparations because they're
Right.
descendants of witches or people who died from witches. So they're like, well, this is our land, and it's been I think 90 days, or it's about to be 90 days.
Right.
So they're like, well, this is our land. You should give it back to us. But they're trying to give it to the government.
Right. They submitted all the documentation to prove that it was their land, but it was stolen.
Yes.
And they only have 90 days before it gets converted over to the state. But the state's the people that lost the evidence. Conspiracy theory.
Yeah. That's a
The
Nancy
mayor's
fact.
completely inept. He's the worst. He's the absolute worst.
Yes.
The mayor?
Yeah. No,
No,
the
the
judge.
judge. The
I lied,
judge.
The judge.
Yeah, so you go inside.
This is still just the beginning.
I know.
Let's see here.
Yes, can I help you?
Hi, sorry to bother you, but we were looking for Judge Danforth's office.
Just across the hall. Why? What did you two girls do?
We didn't do.
I'm kidding. Alicia Cole, Esquire.
Oh, Esquire.
Nice to meet you.
Yeah, so you go inside, you talk to the one lawyer lady that's to the left, and she's like...
She's too willing to help you.
Way too willing. She's like, I'm the only lawyer inside the city limits, and it's like, then how do you have any court cases if there's only one lawyer? There has to be a prosecution and a defense. How does any of this work in this
Who are you
town?
representing?
This
And
is
then she's
weird.
like, I'd be happy to represent you. You both look innocent. And she's like, what? And even Nancy's like, meaning we could get away with a crime? And she's like, ha 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 ha, I'm a lawyer.
Yeah, you're the worst lawyer, lady. She's like, oh, you should talk to the. You're like, yeah, but we're looking for the judge. Like, oh, yeah, he's over there. So you go over to the judge, and the judge's like, hey.
I'm a lawyer's daughter, Deirdre. Don't mess with me. Hello?
Wow.
Judge Danforth.
Yeah. Hello. Ted? Is that
Obviously not.
Ted?
No, Your Honor. My name is Nancy Drew. I think you've spoken with my father.
you? Nancy Drew? Carson's daughter?
Yes, and I'm with my friend Deirdre Shannon. We're investigating the arson of the Hathorn house.
Ah, yes.
Can we come in?
No.
Well, you see, no, I mean, I'd let you in, but I seem to have been locked in my office and I need some help getting out.
Cool. Alright.
So you go to the judge, and the judge, as Amanda has stated, is the worst.
Why?
Well, the judge is like, hey, so I'm locked in this room.
He doesn't have his key, so you go to the lawyer to be like, hey, do you have the spare key? And she's like, no, I already gave him my spare key. So he gets locked in his office so often that he's lost 2 keys.
The bumbling judge.
Yeah.
Or she's lying, and she actually still has his key so that she can get in there or whatever.
That's true.
Yeah,
That's true.
She is the only lawyer in the city limits.
So you use a paperclip. Paperclip.
Yeah, paperclip.
And then you pick the lock in a minigame that's not that great. And then you get into the office. Yeah.
It's very non-intuitive because it's like, oh, here's this lock-picking minigame, so it like brings you inside the lock. And the lock picking is not how you lock pick a lock. But so like you're like trying to like move these hinges or whatever, and it's like, yeah, move this up until you hear a click. And I was like, all right, so I like moved all of them, and I didn't hear anything. I was
they're like,
this is
wait
weird.
till you feel pressure, and I was like, they all feel the same.
Yeah, there's no resistance, and then I realized, oh, one moves at like half speed.
Yeah.
Than the other one, so you have to like move that one up until it clicks. And then you have to find the next one that moves at half speed, move that up until it clicks, and then find the next one. And it was the worst.
Yeah. That's like, what, the first puzzle that we've come across?
Technically the second, because we had to find the key.
Oh,
we had to find
maze
the
thing.
I wonder if it's because we're playing amateur, if master would be harder, or if it's just like not a very heavy puzzle game.
Or maybe it's coming later. This is all like just plots
tutorial.
right now.
Huh.
So you undo the lock, you go in there, and the guy's just like, oh, hey. All right, cool, thanks, get out. You're just like, no.
I'm really busy dealing with this Hathorn House business.
got
Being
you
a
at your
judge is not as
office.
simple as, investigating during your free time.
Well, we just used our free time to
That's
unlock
right.
your door. So I'm sure you'll be willing to repay us with some answers to our questions.
Go Deirdre.
Right.
Yes, of course. What can I help you girls with?
You know my dad. Like, I just want to talk to you. Like, you said you would talk to me. He's like, no, I'm not a 4. You can beat it. And then Deidre was just like, hey, yo, we just unlocked you out of here, man. We got you out of here. You're gonna tell us
You owe us
something.
3 wishes.
Yeah, exactly. He's like, fine. So yeah, so then you talk with him. He's like, yeah, this is what's going on. It's definitely May. We're like, all right, how do you know it's May? He's like,
have you seen her pants? They're fire pants.
That makes more sense.
That makes way more sense because he goes, well, no, the facts are against her because we looked through all of our database records and she's the only one who has ever committed an arson in our city limits, so it has to be her.
Oh, so she has a pattern.
Yeah, we'll go with the pattern of setting fires to who knows, but even then. Really? That's your evidence?
But you ask him like how did you know that it was even arson? And he's like, well, the fire department found that there was an accelerant in the house. But the way they says it is so outstandingly defensive.
Yeah.
It's like, well, the fire department found it. I was just like, whoa, I just asked you a question. Like, we agreed we were going to talk about this topic, and now suddenly you're really angry with me.
So really judgy judge.
And it's also because it was paint thinner. That was the accelerant. But it's an old house that probably already had paint thinner in it. So really, I mean, in reality, it could have just started.
He's like, whatever, I'm no lawyer.
Yeah.
Take that up with whatever it faces.
Yeah, like all of his facts, like James Drew's like, those aren't facts. That's not going to hold up. He's like, we're going to find
She
it.
does point out the fact that he's wrong.
Yeah.
Or might be wrong.
Okay, it's okay if a character is like an idiot if the rest of the cast also agree.
There's only one lawyer in the entire city limits somehow in the city of Salem, Massachusetts.
And then after he's super mean to you, you gotta leave, and he's like, before you leave, can I have a favor? And in my head I'm like, no, you can't have a favor!
Yeah.
You're just a jerk! And then he's like, so some of the evidence was stolen, do you mind? And then Nancy cuts him off and goes, did you tell the police? And he's like, no. maybe you should tell the police. And he's like, okay, I guess never mind. It's like, what?
Yeah, exactly. He's like, oh, it's okay. I'll tell them. It's fine. He's like, what?
He's totally not telling the
Yeah,
police.
yeah. Because then before that, he's the one that tells you that it's when the house burned, it goes back to public land after 90 days because the person who died beforehand didn't have a will. So, and 90 days is up in 2 days at midnight, which is where you get midnight at Salem. So, but like the way he says it though, it's just like, oh, this is shady.
Yeah.
This is really shady.
Sure, that'll pay off.
Yeah.
All right, so
and that's where we stopped.
That's where we stopped. So next week we're gonna play another half an hour or so and see where the plot.
We'll see where it goes. Yeah.
Are you having a good time?
No.
Not really.
Cool. All right. Well.
It's just, I mean, granted, again, we are an hour into the game.
Yeah.
So
what's an hour?
it's just maybe once it starts going, it'll start to snowball a little bit. But yeah, right now it's a whole lot of nothing.
I look forward to seeing some more nothing this next week. Make sure to join us next week as we update you on our latest findings of Drew's News.
Drew's News. Drew's News.
And that's an anti-fact.